Hi folks, Dan Ritter here with Best Philly Homes, and for this week's Tuesday tip, I'm doing things a little bit differently. If you're anything like me, you've been watching the events unfolding around our country and around the world the last few weeks, months, and years, and sometimes it can be disheartening. Some days I wake up and I would charge hell with a glass of water, and other days I struggle to find the motivation to even get out of bed. It's hard to look around and see all the pain and suffering around us and not pause to think, what can I do? And feel a little bit helpless. We look at the events in Ukraine and the invasion there, and we wonder helplessly, what can we do? We look at Texas, we look at Florida, we look around the country at laws being levied against the most vulnerable in our communities, and we wonder, what can we do? To be a little bit vulnerable, to be a little bit transparent, it's difficult. It is really challenging, and some days it makes it very difficult to get anything accomplished when the weight of everything that is happening around us becomes a little bit crushing. But today, my Tuesday tip is to look for the ways that you can help in your own way. Not all of us can be the person on the front lines doing the most difficult and most challenging work that seems like maybe it's the most effective work, the stuff that directly impacts those who are suffering most. Today in our brokerage meeting with all of KW Philadelphia, one of our leaders was talking about the fact that for different people, help looks different. What we can do and what we are able to do looks different. Sometimes it means physically getting dirty and doing that hard labor. Sometimes it's being supportive financially. Sometimes it's being supportive vocally. And all of these different ways of helping others combine to genuinely help people. So today, my encouragement and my tip for this week is to look for the ways that you can help in the ways that you are able to help. A few things that are near and dear to my heart, a few organizations that I proudly support and that I encourage you to check out or to find other organizations you can support are listed at the end here, but one I want to talk specifically about today is the Amidala Initiative. The Amidala Initiative was started by 77 Star Wars content creators. Yes, I am that kind of dork, but this group of creators have put together an initiative to support Equality Texas, where we've seen, frankly, terrifying, horrible laws being put in place that target transgender youth and their families. The Amidala Initiative is an attempt at hope, inspired by the character of Padme Amidala in Star Wars. And this initiative is raising money to support Equality Texas in their fight to protect and defend transgender youth there. There are a lot of other opportunities to support the people of Ukraine, to support people in Florida and Idaho and in other states where we're seeing restrictive laws that are harmful, and that to support people who can do that active work on the ground. There are a lot of amazing opportunities here in Philadelphia as well to support organizations that are doing similar work to protect the most vulnerable in our communities, and a few more of those are also listed at the end of this video. The reason for this Tuesday tip is not to be sad, it's not to make anyone feel bad necessarily, but it's to be honest and vulnerable and to say that, as fun and as bubbly and joyful as it is to come to these videos and talk about real estate tips, and as much as everyone on the Best Philly Homes team is passionate about what we do in real estate here in Philadelphia, it's also really important to us that, and especially to me, to make sure everyone knows that there's a bigger world outside what we do for a living, and that with the power and the voice that some of us have in our communities, we are, I think, obligated to use our voices to speak out and to support the people doing the hard work to protect these communities. Thanks for tuning in today. I really encourage you to check out these organizations at the end of this video. I encourage you to find ways to step out boldly against oppression and to support the most vulnerable among us. As always, I love connecting with you, and thank you for sticking it out to the end of this video. After I sign off, like I said, you'll see a list of some organizations for you to check out and to help support the work of doing good in our world. Thank you, and make it a great day.